Good morning. Welcome to the Gluten-Free Life for Us. I just wanted to show you a quick way that I prepare my drink for the day. I know sometimes drinking 6 to 8 ounce glasses of water a day can seem a little bit boring. So I'm always on the lookout to find ways to kind of spruce up my water intake, making it a little exciting and something that I look forward to. As we all know, drinking plenty of fluid to keep your body and brain well hydrated is very important because a well hydrated brain and body makes us be strong, healthy, and able to do more tasks and take on more projects and just being smarter in general. From what I've read and learned, when we're well hydrated, everything works together great. Our ability to think, process things, tasks, learning, just everything is better. And our body will not have the aches and pains of dehydration. So I'm constantly looking for ways to add that hydration in. So this morning, I wanted to show you what I do to get my water intake ready for the day. And this morning, I want to show you how I make oat milk. It's from oats and it's real easy. It just takes just a handful of ingredients. There's water, there's oat, there's the cashew nuts, and then there are dates. So those are the 4 ingredients that I use to make this. But of course, for those of you that are purists, you can just leave out the dates and the cashew, and just oat and water would be all that you would be needing. I wanted to point the camera back there. I have my station set up. I'm using the Vitamix, and it's a very powerful blender. It blends everything. And I know a lot of people do not like the pulp or the fiber that's left behind by the oat, the nut, and the dates. So you can always strain it out. For me though, I'm all about the fiber because we need fiber each day to have that great bowel movement, or BM for short. And as you know, fiber is instrumental in allowing us to go number 2 easily. So I am leaving the fiber in because some of the ways that you can blend the oat milk is that you blend it just long enough to extract the milk, and then you can strain it out, leaving the fiber out, and all you have left is just the oat milk. Now for me, because I'm drinking this throughout the day, instead of blending it on 30-second setting for my Vitamix, I'm going to blend it for 1 minute. And by blending it for 1 minute, it blends everything so finely that I do not mind at all the pulp that's in there. In my mind, it's almost like an oat smoothie instead of the oat milk. However, the combination of 1 cup of oat milk, 1 cup of oat to 4 cups of water, that ratio 1 to 4 is the perfect ratio for you to make oat milk. Now I'm using that because I know each day for me, I want to drink anywhere from 8 to 12 8 ounces of water. And I know that in my mason jar, the 32-ounce mason jar, that's 8 glasses of water combined. So if I prepare 1 of that for my morning, so by lunchtime I would finish drinking that. So that would be like half of my water intake for the day. So it's 4 cups of water to 1 cup of milk. Now for me, I like things to be a little bit on the sweeter side. Even though oat itself has a little sweetness to it, I'm going to ump up the sweet factor by adding 2 dates. Of course, you're welcome to leave it out. And this morning, I am doing that without the cinnamon. But what I will do is in the next day, I will try this again, and I will add just a little bit of cinnamon just to see how that would taste. I think that would really up the factor. Or I may change my mind and just add the cinnamon today. I just wanted to show you that because this way I know that for me, it's a good way for me to drink more water because it's not just plain old water, it's oat milk water, so to speak. So it just makes it just more fun to make me look forward to drinking my water and make sure that I stay well hydrated throughout the day. So I'm going to bring the camera back there to the setup, and that way you can see that I have everything set up to be able to show you. And as you can see here, I have my Vitamix already, and here are my list of ingredients. I have my mason jar of water. That is almost 32 ounce there. If I fill it all the way to the top, it would be 32 ounce, but that's all the cold water that I have for now. So I'm just gonna go with it. And as you can see, I have 1 cup of oat, and this is just the roll oats that you can get at any of your grocery store. And I have a 1/4 cup of the cashew. I'm not soaking either one of them because oat, if it gets soaked too long, it can get slimy, and I do not like the slimy taste. And because I'm consuming this right away for today, I do not soak the cashew either because I'm not leaving the milk for multiple days. This is just for one day, and actually it's only half a day because it's just 32 ounce of the oat milk. And then also I have 2 dates. Even though the oat is slightly sweet already, I like mine to be sweet. I have a sweet tooth. It's a confession. I have a sweet tooth. So I'm going to add 2 dates, and I also will add a pinch of the cinnamon. This just happened to be called the Vietnamese cinnamon, but any cinnamon, any ground cinnamon that you have will be just fine. My cinnamon I got at, I believe, Trader Joe's is where I got my cinnamon, but you know, the ground cinnamon you can get at any of the regular grocery store. And then over here I have my Vitamix on standby. It is 64 ounce container, and I'm only making 32 ounce of liquid, so it has the capacity to handle that. My thought process is that this will help me to drink more water because it's basically water, and it's just a little bit different because sometimes drinking water, just plain water, might be just a tad boring and uninviting. So I'm always on the lookout for ways to kind of just jazz it up, make it exciting and more inviting so I can drink more water and keep hydrated. Because in my opinion, the well-hydrated brain and body work together really well, allow us to be able to be smarter, work smarter, and be able to earn the money and have the energy to spend time with the people that we love. So here we go. I'm about to pour all of this in, and I'm just gonna show you as I do it. Of course, if you are using the nut bag to strain out the fiber, just blend it for 30 seconds, and then you can just strain out the fiber. And of course that fiber you can use in just regular breakfast oatmeal breakfast, or you can, when you cook rice, just add it to it, or when you bake cookies, you can just add it to that. Now for me, because I am drinking this for half a day, this is my beverage for my morning, for until lunch, I am going to blend it for 1 minute, and I will not be straining it out. Now, I have studied oat milk and learned that sometimes when you overblend, it can get slimy. But because I'm drinking this right away, I will not mind that, because this is like almost like a smoothie because I'm blending it for 1 minute. So in my mind, it'll be just fine for those of you that want to leave it for 1 minute. I am now going to set the camera here so that way we can see as I'm blending this. Now I'm going to add in 1 cup of my oat right here into the blender. So I'm adding a cup right here And then I'm adding half a cup of the cashew. Half a cup of the cashew into the blender. And then I am going to add in 2 dates. Now the dates that I have here, it has a pit inside, and I got this date at Costco, but you can buy it in a lot of places. And you just need to take out the pit, because if you leave the pit in, it's not going to work well with your blender, and drinking pitted beverage is not very pleasant. And make sure that this part right here is white, because if it's dark, that means that it has molded and you need to throw it out. In all the years that I have bought the dates, there was only one time where this part was like completely black and it's been molded over. So if that's the case, throw it out. But as you can see, it's white here, so this one is a good date. I'm going to put this in here. And then here's my second date, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just prying it apart and to check for my, to get out the pit. And I see that this part is white, so this is a good date. I'm putting that in. And then I will have a pinch. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon right here. It's just 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And again, you can use any kind of cinnamon. I just happen to see the Vietnamese cinnamon available, so that's what I'm using. But I'm just gonna take just that much of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Put that in. All good. And now I'm going to add in my 32 ounce in my mason jar of cold water. Now you can use room temperature water. I'm just using cold water so that by the time that this is blended, it's going to be ready for me to drink it. Because as you know, a cold beverage tastes better than a hot beverage. So I'm just going to pour this in. Now, of course, what I would like to do is, I noticed that this 4 cups right here, that's a lot of oats to a lot to not as much water. So I think what I will do is I will put a little bit more water in. Let me see, maybe just, I think I'm gonna do a ratio of instead of 4 8-ounce glasses, I'm gonna do 6 8-ounce glasses. So instead of 32 ounce, I'm gonna have 40 ounce, because I like my liquid to be a little on the thin side. So I have 6 8-ounce glasses in here with I have 6 8-ounce glasses of water in here, 1 cup of oat milk, 1 cup of oat, 1/4 cup of the cashew nut, and then 2 dates and a pinch or 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Also, I wanted to mention that when I drink this oat milk that I made, for like an added oomph, so to speak, I will add 1 scoop of this multi-collagen protein. This particular brand is made by Dr. Axe. For those of you that are familiar with his channel, it's a really excellent channel to talk about health and nutrition. And he came out with this collagen product, and I got mine at Sprouts. It's one of the grocery stores near where I live, and I'm sure you can probably order this online. This is not being sponsored by Dr. Axe. It's just a product that I use and my family uses, and we really love it. We can tell a difference when we use this collagen product. It's great for hair, nails, and skin and joints. And so we use this in our tea, our smoothie, and our coffee, just for that added oomph. Now, for those of you that cannot get this for some reason, This is another one that we also use. This one we got from Sprouts as well. It's not sponsored by this company. This is another alternative collagen. This one is just from cows, from beef, and this particular one has the multiple sources. I believe it's 5 different sources: the chicken, the cow, and I'm trying to see if it says from which one. It's gonna read the ingredient list. It contains eggs, haddock, cod, and pollock. And let me see, the ingredients is, yeah, it looked like it comes for, it's good for skin, it's good for skin, joint, and nails. It's good for, this is good for skin, joint, and nails, and this particular one has multiple sources of the collagen, and this is the one source. I've used both of this, and I think going forward I probably will go with this one, but for now I wanted to use this one up. And again, the information that I provide to you in this video is just for the entertainment purpose only. It's not intended as a recommendation by a doctor, because I'm not a doctor and I am not a nutritionist. This is just what works for me and my family, and I wanted to share it with you and put it out there for you. Now, anytime that you embark on a change to your diet and nutrition, please consult with your family doctor first to make sure that what you are doing would be right for you. And this is what I'm sharing with you. It's right for me, so I'm sharing it with you just for informational and entertainment purpose only. This is not in any way to advise you. Please seek the advice of your family doctor first. And now I'm going to blend it up. So pardon the noise. Now this version of my Vitamix has a noise damper on it, so it's not as loud as your typical Vitamix. So this is already reduced noise. For this video right now, I'm not being sponsored by Vitamix. I'm a huge fan of Vitamix though. I've been using them since 2011. I still have my original Vitamix, the 5200 Vitamix that I bought in December of 2011. It's still working just fine. I love Vitamix. This video is not sponsored by them. I'm just a fan of the Vitamix product. So here we go. I'm going to blend it for 1 minute. Now, as you can see, there's quite a bit of bubbles in here, and not to worry about that. Now, the color, as you can see, because I did put in cinnamon and the dates, it's not going to be as white as you would expect if you didn't put them in. I don't mind though, because I really enjoy the little bit of the flavor that the dates and the cinnamon add to it. So I don't mind that this color may not be as white without them. And this much in air bubbles, not to worry, when you pour into your container, it'll disappear. So I'm going to make sure you can see my container right here. And I'm going to pour it in. And there you have it. This is what I will drink. This is going to be what I will take to work with me. And this will be my water for the day. I'm going to pour it out in a little container and we'll do a taste test. I'm going to pour it into my 8-ounce mason jar, and we shall do a taste test to see how this tastes. Okay, and so here I have a little sample, and I'm gonna taste to see how it tastes. Here goes. It looks really beautiful though. See it? It looks really beautiful. You know, it's really pleasant, and it's so smooth that I don't feel like I have to strain it out. And then I can have the milk and the fiber. So it's a win-win. I'm going in for the second taste. I think the oats, the dates, and the cashew nuts, they just added such beautiful flavor together. It's like an orchestra, a wonderful taste. I will look forward to drinking this for the rest of my day today without hesitation. It is that good. It is so good. I think I'll be making this again. This is definitely a winning formula. And again, I'm always on the lookout to make sure that I have adequate fiber, so that way the bowel movement would be good. So I'm not going to strain this out. By blending this for a minute in the Vitamix, it doesn't require any straining, in my opinion. It's so smooth now that it's so pleasant. It's almost like drinking a smoothie, but it's a lot more liquidy than a smoothie would be. And it's just a perfect way to get your water, get your fiber, and something that's enjoyable, and stay dehydrated by doing this. So I think that this would be good for me to do every morning to be able to take to work and have it throughout my morning or into the afternoon. And this is like actually it's like 6 8-ounce glasses. So let me show you. And this is my mason jar that has, this is 2 times the quart size. So the quart size has 32 ounces of liquid. This holds twice that much. So it holds 64. And from what I have seen and read and studied, that each person needs at least 64 ounces of liquid a day. So this almost gets you there. And then of course, I know there's a little air pocket right here. You can see the separation. That's air bubbles. But eventually this will subside and it'll just be liquid. So this is like practically a little more than half of what I need for today to drink, to stay hydrated so that my brain and body can function in harmony and allow me to have clear-headed thinking and allow me to stay healthy. So I think this is an excellent way to kind of juice up your water. So give it a try, and if you do so, come back in the comments below and let me know what you think of it. And if you are going to change this in any way, let me know what your version of it takes. I just wanted to let you know that as the day goes on and you drink this, some of the fiber or the pulp of the oat may have settled to the bottom. So this is my 64-ounce mason jar, and I had bought this really long spoon. It's at a restaurant supply store, and I just use it to stir it so you can see that this way you can tell that all the bubbles have gone. But this way, as you drink it throughout the day, be sure to stir it, because I left the oat in here. I did not strain it out for additional fiber. So I just stir it throughout the day as you're drinking it, so that way everything will be evenly distributed and you will enjoy this for the rest of the day. And another thing that I want to mention is that oat milk is completely gluten-free, and because the oat is a gluten-free oat, so this drink is completely gluten-free. For those of you that are needing to be gluten-free, this is perfect for that. And for those of you that need to be on a keto nutrition plan, this is perfect for that as well. And for those of you that have to be on a 360 diet nutrition plan, this is compliant for that as well. And I know that there are those of you out there that has to be dairy free and cannot have any dairy because it makes you sick. This has no dairy to it. It's all plant-based. So for those of you that are vegetarian or would like to stay with a plant-based diet, this is good for that as well. So this is friendly to a lot of people. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, it's keto friendly, it's 360 friendly. It's an all-around absolutely delicious beverage drink to stay hydrated throughout the day. And of course, just remember to stir it throughout the day as you drink it. So as you can tell, it was here and between my husband and I, mainly me, I've already consumed or drink almost half of it. It is so good. I just can't stay away. Of course, in between the time that I drink it, I leave it in the refrigerator because in my opinion, a colder beverage does taste a whole lot better. So between the time that you drink it, if you have any left over, then just put it in the refrigerator. In my opinion, this probably will last about 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator. But knowing me, since I'm making this for just one day only for me to drink as part of my daily water intake, it'll be gone by the end of the day. So this won't even make it until tomorrow. It is so good. And I hope you really enjoy this new beverage. Be sure to make it for you and your family. And of course, in the comment below, let me know what you think of it. If you've made any changes to it, what yours tastes like, and what are the changes. This is so, I'm just thrilled how well and easy this is to make. And I don't know where you are living and in your market how much oat milk can be, but I'm sure that when you make it at home like this, it's like pennies on a dollar, to where you can make so much more and pay so much less when you make it at home. And you control the ingredients. You know that there are no preservatives in here. It's just basic, simple ingredients. It can be just 2 ingredients, just oat and water, or it can be 3 ingredients, oat, water, and cashew nuts, or it can be just 4 ingredients, oat, water, cashew nut, and the dates. And in my case, I added in a 5th ingredient, so I have oats, water, cashew nuts, dates, and just 1/8 or a pinch of cinnamon. So this is how I made mine. Feel free to put your own twist to it. This is just a just showing you the principle, or just a framework, a template. Feel free to modify it for your use. And for those of you that had stayed to this part of the video, know that I also add in the collagen. So you can say that I have 6 ingredients, but really you can just do it with just 2 ingredients. I just happen to have 6 ingredients because that's how I like it. I like to be able to just make sure that I got every goodness that I can in here to help me to stay healthy and well hydrated. And of course, thank you for watching this video and spending this time with me. I appreciate you for watching and commenting, and of course be sure to click the thumbs up button to let me know that you like this type of video and I can make more of it in the future. And of course, if you have not already done so, please click the subscribe button below, and that way you can join the Gluten-Free Life For Us community. And of course, be sure to click the bell notification as well, so when we put out new videos each week, you will be among the first to know, and you can come and watch what new creations we have created for you to enjoy. So I hope that you will find this tasteful and delightful and delicious. And until next time, and I have other videos here too, so if you are hungry or thirsty for more, just click on one of these videos, and that way you can watch the another episode of the Gluten-Free Life For Us, and that way you can enjoy more delightful and deliciousness that we're serving up